Hey everyone, John Henry here from School of Trade, and today we're going to be taking a look at a inside-out pattern on the euro. Now this is happening a little bit before 8 o'clock, so it's a little bit early, 7:58. Most of the folks are sitting at the trade desk by now anyway. But what we're seeing here is this really big push down that we had that really just kind of blew past underneath this previous day's range. Now that previous day's range, if you scroll back in time a little bit, is the previous high of day. Now the reason that's important is because we tried breaking out of it right early in the morning, 1 o'clock, failed, went right back down again. That's a beautiful inside out pattern. And then immediately failed, went right back up again. And this time we got a lot of conviction to the upside, right? But now we're starting to get that failure again. We crossed right back down and now we've blown right back through it. So the mentality behind a trade like this is that we're going to start revisiting the lows or the previous low of day all the way down here at 1.3537. Now we probably won't get there all in one shot to the downside, but this is definitely a really solid opportunity to look for a short side. So what we can do is looking short underneath a reversal bar forming right on top of that previous high of day. So not only did it act as support and resistance several times, but now it's coming in as one of our entry types. So it's working really well to the downside. So what we're going to look to do is get short just underneath where the indicator is telling us the low of a reversal bar is going to be. So let's get that placed in there really quick. So sell stop limit in there, and we can get that going. So now our trigger into the short side is going to be at 1.3693 to the downside. The initial stop rather is going to be just above that high. Basically, if price reverses and goes back above that, I've lost my interest at that point. I don't want to get in anymore. So now we're just waiting to get triggered in, which we just got triggered in at. Now our stop is a little bit higher than this swing high. So what we'll do is we'll just ratchet it down a little bit more and just pop it right at 3,700. Just one tick above this swing high. You can go a couple ticks above it if you want. Now what we're doing is just looking for we're already triggered in short at 36.93, looking at the first target at 36.88. Second target at 36.83, and if we can get some legs on this trade and get it pushed to the downside, looking at 36.73 as well. So now that we're filled, we're just waiting to see what happens. Now the nice thing about this trade, not only is it an inside-out pattern, it's not quite a 1, 2, 3 or a 4, 5, 6. It is a 6, 7, 8, which is a little late in the continuation, but there's a lot of compensating factors for this. First of all, the trend is firmly to the downside. We can see very dark red, 45-degree slope to the downside. So we know that the bears are definitely in charge here. The cloud is red. We moved underneath the previous high of day. Entry came right off of the previous high of day. I mean, there's a lot of factors that are looking to push this market down. Now, it is 8 in the morning, so the euro is a little bit slow right now. This is typically when you start seeing the London session slow down a little bit. This is where they're going to start taking lunch. So what we'll do is we'll give this time to work out, and we'll come back when the trade starts progressing. So again, just to sort of give a recap, taking 2 contracts off at +5, 1 contract off at +10, 1 contract off at +20. This target down here at 36.73 is adjustable. I don't want to put it all the way down here because then it's way out of line of sight. But that is going to be the overall target to the downside. Now, right now we do have a pretty big level here at 36.62. So what we'll do is we'll just bump it a couple ticks ahead of that and see if we can get that filled down there. So what we'll do is we'll wait until this starts progressing, and then we'll be back in a little bit. All right, guys, we're back. So overall, the trade did work out in our favor. It didn't quite get down to that 36.62 we were looking for our profit target, and then bounced back higher and stopped us out on the way down. Overall, took out pretty solid trade. Actually, let me get my my trades on here really quick. We'll go to data series and just plot those on there. So you can see we had our first, we entered in here, took a little bit of heat for a little bit, but then as soon as we started coming down, filled the first at +5 on 2 contracts, so 10 ticks total, plus another 10 ticks, and then we were stopped out right back at break even. For the rest of it, actually, we got 1 tick off of that. So overall, we had 10, 20, +1. So 21 ticks overall, $262.50. Not bad. It definitely did take quite a bit of time. I mean, it took about an hour and a half for this to finally work out. And that's the only downfall that you really see trading this early in the morning before the sessions really start getting to rock. But overall, really good trade. So if you have any questions about it, feel free to send an email to School of Trade. Don't forget to check out our free trial on schooloftrade.com as well. And have a good day. Bye.